Morning everybody, Claire here from Rainbow Acrylics. If you've watched my previous videos, you might have noticed that I get quite excited before I do a painting. Well, this morning I think I'm the most excited I've ever been before painting, because instead of doing a commission, instead of doing just a trial or an experiment, I'm doing a painting for me. I started painting originally to create some artwork for my dining room. I've got an open plan kitchen, diner, snug area. This is obviously the kitchen, and then the dining area is just there. And I wanted a piece of artwork that is going to match the turquoise splashback. Turquoise is my favourite colour. So I am finally going to do it. I've done lots of pieces and fallen in love with different techniques. I've come back to the Dutch pour. So what I'm going to do is a 3-panel Dutch pour, a triptych, and I'm going to do split colours. So on each of the 3 panels, half of it is going to be grey, which matches my worktop. The other half is going to be either turquoise, pink or purple. So I'm going to have all of those 3 really bold, really dominant colours in this painting. I just love bold, I love bright, so I'm going to make it as bright as possible. So I've selected here a fabulous range of colours. So let me show you. So these are the colours I intend to use, quite a lot of colours. So I've mixed up a grey here, and I've mixed that with Amsterdam white and a little tiny bit of black to give this nice light grey colour. And then I've mixed up some turquoise, some pink and some purple from these Montmartre colours. The purple, the magenta and the turquoise colour. With all of them I've added some white, because when the paint dries it goes darker. I don't want, if I just put in this normal magenta, it will go so dark it will look almost black, and the same with the purple. So I've lightened these all up, so at the moment it looks incredibly light, but once it's dry it will just tone down a little bit. So they're the base colours. So on top of the base, so for the Dutch pour, I'm going to use a little bit of the normal magenta, a little bit of the normal purple, so not lightened up. I'm going to use Pebeo Studio Acrylics Iridescent Blue Green, my favourite ever colour, DecoArt Extreme Sheen Metallic Amethyst, Graduate Acrylic Phthalo Turquoise, some Pearl White by Pebeo, my favourite blue, the Phthalocyanine Blue by Essentials Royal and Langnickel, and then 3 more Pebeos, the Iridescent Violet Blue, Silver, and, oh, this isn't iridescent, sorry, this is the Payne's Grey. I'm going to add a tiny bit of Payne's Grey just to give some contrast, to give some darkness to the painting. So I am so excited to get started. These are the canvases. So 3 30 by 80 centimetre canvases. These are my favourite shape, my favourite rectangular canvas. So let's get started. Right, I'm all ready. I've just spent quite a long time using a level, just to level my canvases. So I've put the level on all of the edges of all of the canvases to make sure they're level, and I've just adjusted the push pins in the back just to level them if they're not quite right. I've decided to do a quick drip test to make sure that my paints are all of a similar consistency. Some of my paints are in squeeze bottles and they've been in there for quite a while, and other paints I've just mixed up now. So I've put a little drop of each of the colours what I'm thinking of using on here. It's not the best test because some drops are bigger, some drops are smaller. These 2 little splodges, ignore those ones. It's not the best, but it gives me a rough indication of if they're the same consistency. So I've got a drop of each. So then I'm simply just going to pick the piece of paper up and just watch them run. So the wetter the drop, the quicker it will run. The thicker the drop, the slower it will run. So I put this pink here, you can ignore because I put too much of that pink on. The same with the green. The green, there was a second drop. So it gives me just a rough idea. What it has shown me, that these 3 at the end, these 3 are the ones that I'm using for the base. They're definitely a little bit thicker. That's not such a bad thing, having them slightly thicker, but I might just add a little bit more water to the purple here. Because I want them to all be about the same consistency. I think I'm going to add a little bit more water to that dark blue as well. So all of these paints I've mixed with floetrol and water. I've mixed them 2 parts floetrol to 1 part paint to between 1.5 and 2 parts water. I tend to use 1.5 parts water if it's a non-iridescent paint, but 2 parts water if it's an iridescent or metallic, because they're thicker. Right, I'm ready to put the base layers down. You probably can't see this, but I've put a little tiny pencil mark exactly halfway on each canvas. So this is the plan. This is going to be grey, 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 and then pink, turquoise, purple. That's the plan. So let's start with the pink. So I'm going to pour pink up here. Right, that took a lot longer than I was expecting. So I'm just going to use my torch to burst any air bubbles. The grey seems to have the most air bubbles. The other colours don't seem to be too bad. I've sorted out my colours along the edge here. I'm starting with the darkest, the Payne's Grey, and then I'm alternating dark, light, roughly, so that they get a really good mix. The iridescence here, 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 here and here. Yep, so they're nicely spread out as well. So let's just go for it. I'm going to put the canvases quite close together while I'm putting the paints on, and then I will separate them again when I blow it out. So I've already got a fly in this purple. I really truly recommend having something to protect your paintings from flies when they're drying. So some sort of fly net, mosquito net, something enclosed so the flies can't get in, because they leave a very beautiful track through the paint. It's very pretty, but obviously it ruins your composition, ruins your whole painting. So and that just goes to show there's a fly in it and the paints have only been down 10 minutes. So I'm going to start off with just a tiny bit of Payne's Grey. So I'm just going to go straight across the middle. Now I've got a lot of colours here, so I know I don't need loads. Right, the pink, I think I'm going to avoid the pink on the pink one with the pink base. So I'm going to put the pinks on the other two. So the dark blue. Obviously I'm going to put that on all three because there's no blue on the canvases. The same with this pearl white. purple. So I'm going to put purple on the, not on the canvas with the purple. And then the turquoise and greens on the canvases that don't have the turquoise base. I think the idea of doing this is just so that all the canvases blend in together and they match together. So they're all going to be totally different, but they just follow on one from the other. Who knows, that's the idea. I've not done one of these before, so I'm quite excited to see the result. Now, silver. I love my silver. Should I put that? Yep, silver's going to have to go on all three. And then the dark pink. And then the iridescent amethyst deco art. Right, so let's just have a look. I like lots of paint. I like having lots on. Is that enough? I don't want to put too much on. I'm going to go for a touch more of the iridescent pink at the top of these two panels, and then a touch more of the iridescent greeny colour. Tiny bit more purple. And then let's just have a good splash of silver. I know, tiny bit more Payne's grey, tiny bit through the centre. No, I'm not going to do silver. I'm going to do another splash of white, because then that gives a bit of contrast. The white is gorgeous actually, and it's a pearlescent white, so it's really pretty. Right, I think I'm done. So I'm going to flood the colours. Now I've got to make sure I do this right, and I'm going to put the wrong colour on the wrong section. The colours are gorgeous. So this is what's lovely about doing a piece for me, is I choose the colours. I love it when I do a commission and I get given a colour scheme and I realise it just works fabulously, and I would never have put the colours together. But actually, it's lovely to choose my own colours for a change. Right, I'm ready, I'm nervous, I'm excited. Let's give that a torch while I finish my coffee. Right, let's just separate the canvases so that they don't splash onto each other. finished and I love it. These colours are amazing. For me, this is a match made in heaven. Pink, purple and turquoise, my favourite colours. I'm slightly concerned it's a little bit girly, so I don't know what my husband's going to make of this on our dining room wall, but we'll worry about that at a later date. Let me go in for a close-up. The colours are just beautiful. I think my favourite colour in this, if you can see it, is the pearl white. It's probably quite difficult to pick out at the moment, but I think once it's dry it will really stand out because it's just shimmery. They are my favourite cells, just gorgeous. The pearl white, it's just got this beautiful pearly iridescent shimmer to it, and it just brightens everything up. I'm just trying to find a patch of it to show you. So there's several patches of the pearl white in there. But when it catches the light, it just looks gorgeous, really pearl-like. I deliberately tried to make the colours fade into nothing, so that you've got lots and lots of wispy bits, here, to try and sort of diffuse the colour a little bit, which I think looks really well. So I can't wait to see this dry. As I said, everything's going to darken up. I'll be back once it's dry. So it's dry. I would like you to leave me a message and tell me exactly what you think, whether I should keep this or not. I love the colours, the greys, the pink, the purple and the turquoise, brilliant. And for the room that this is for, I just think that's brilliant. But I'm not sure I'm happy with the design. Let me take you in for a close-up. There are some brilliant bits. What I absolutely love is this. This is the pearl white. I think it is absolutely beautiful. It's really iridescent, and you can see it's everywhere. And that I think is really, really pretty. Let's go over to the purple panel. There's some really gorgeous bits. Like I like this fanned out bit. Again, you've got the pearl iridescent there. There's some beautiful bits. I love this bit here. So you've got the pink, the pearl, the turquoise, the purple all together. And then I'll show you here. Again, you've got some really lovely colours. But the problem I have with this, and please let me know what you think, is I'm just not sure about the composition of it. I think what I would have preferred is much more sort of solid waves of colour. This is incredibly wispy, and here there's sort of a big hole, and here. I'm wondering about actually re-pouring this, doing this again, but instead of trying to get the colour so far down to the bottom of the canvas, whether actually I should have a more concentrated panel of colour in the middle and just try not to blow it so far to the edge, but really have a beautiful composition more in the centre, because I'm really happy with the colours, the turquoise, the pink and the purple. I love them. So actually, if the design was more compact near the centre, it would actually show more of the colours off. So this is what I'm thinking, but I really need your help. Please tell me what you think. Am I going crazy? Am I crazy to paint over it? I'm just not really sure. I think as well, because this canvas is for me, for our dining room, I feel like I can do a bit better. So let me know what you think, and then I'll make a decision. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please leave me a message. Please let me know. Too wispy or okay? Keep or pour over again. Let me know what you think. Bye.